Change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hey everybody, I'm on a run on the Appalachian Trail in Woodford, Vermont, and I just ran by one of the shelters and there were a group of thru-hikers hanging out there. I talked to them for a bit, and one of the women asked me what this thing was that I was holding in my hand, and she's like, "Is that a selfie stick?" And I got embarrassed. I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Why are you running through the woods with a selfie stick? Do you like take pictures of yourself the whole time?" And I felt all this stuff coming up. I felt I needed to defend myself. Like, no, I don't hold the camera up to my face. I would never do anything like that. So I had to justify, no, I don't take pictures. I make videos and I'm sharing with my community. So this is not about me. This is not me looking at myself saying, "Damn, I look good." This is me sharing potentially me looking bad, being vulnerable, being honest, being real, being sweaty, being tired, being underslept, and recovering from Lyme disease. So after I ran off from that exchange and found my bearings again, and I started thinking about that vulnerability, that honesty that I really want to come through in my videos. I want you to see the real me, and I'll tell you again why that's so important to me. Because you got to get down to bedrock before you can take a step on solid ground. You've got to get down to the truth. You got to get down to the most basic level, right? Where the earth is the most solid. And that's going to require some digging. You're going to have to dig through the lush greenery on top that's so beautiful. You're going to have to go underneath the water. You're going to have to go underneath the soft earth. And you're going to have to dig. And it's going to be dark and it's going to be ugly. But eventually you're going to get down to that solid bedrock. And they call it bedrock for a reason. Well, actually, I have no idea why they call it bedrock. But I'm going to call it bedrock for a reason. Because you can rest easy when you're standing on it. You can rest assured that it's stable. You can lay there like a bed saying, "Okay, I got to the bottom of this. I figured out what the truth is. I figured out what the core is." Because most of our challenges in life come from the fact that we don't know where the bedrock is. We're floating up here above it in some cultural context or a familial context or in a context that we've created. I think I need to be this or need to be that, and I don't like the bedrock. I'm scared of the bedrock, so I'm going to bury it. I'm going to cover it with sand and some water and a little lawn chair and an umbrella and some corona. I don't want to get down to the solid ground underneath. And I think this is just a human tendency. It's no individual's fault. I have the same tendency. I don't like seeing that as well, but I've trained myself to get down there. And I had an incredible mentor, an incredible teacher that helped me to get down to that bedrock so that I can finally relax. I can finally rest. I can finally stop worrying. That teacher is depression. Depression is the weight of the world, the weight of your mind, the weight of your beliefs, pushing you down onto that bedrock, driving you down through that soft earth until you stand on that solid bedrock. That's you down there. That's your core. And that's what depression is. It's like, wham, wake up. Get your feet on solid ground. Get your head out of the clouds. I'm pulling you out of the game. Why? Because it's a game. It's not real. It's just a game. And you were losing the game and you thought that was life or death. But it's just a game. Our culture is just a game. Our belief systems are just a game. Our habits, our identity are just games that individual brains play and a whole bunch of brains play when they get together and communicate. So depression is about finding your individual bedrock and then resting there, taking a pause, pulling yourself out and saying, okay, I need to heal, I need to recover. I was getting way too much stress in that game. So now I need to take a rest. I need to breathe on bedrock. So that's why I share vulnerability with you. That's why I share my truth with you. Not to whine, not to complain, but because I think it's so critically important that you find that solid bedrock in you, that you find that truth. You find something to believe in within you. When I coach people, one of the first things that I do is try to get to the root of what they really want, the root of what's really bothering them. People come to me and they say, I want to lose weight. Well, why do you want to lose weight? Well, because I'm fat. Well, why are you fat? Because I have a genetic disorder, or because I eat too much, or because I eat the wrong foods. So you want to eat better? You want to change your genes? Like, let's keep digging deeper. What is this? And eventually, if you dig deep enough, the bedrock that you're going to find is that that person is stressed. That person has anxiety. That person has discomfort inside of themselves that they can't handle. And whenever they get close to that discomfort, stress, anxiety comes up and they try to medicate. They move towards a coping mechanism, usually food or some type of inactive entertainment, which leads to weight gain. So when somebody comes to me and says, I want to lose weight, I don't put them on a diet program. I don't put them on an exercise program. I try to get to the bottom. Oh, what you really want is to reduce stress. That's what you want. You want to reduce your anxiety. You want to reduce your need to move to a coping mechanism. Okay, I get it. Let's do that. Let's reduce that stress load. And one of the ways that we reduce that stress load is to get you on that solid ground, so you're not playing in this giant game that's so complex that you don't understand, because it's not based in reality. It's a human game. I remember one year for Christmas, my mom bought me a pink shirt. And she said, oh, this shirt's gonna look so good on you. And I went to school wearing this pink shirt. And everybody looked at me and stared and talked about my pink shirt. And I was mortified. Oh my God, it's the end of the world because I wore a pink shirt. It's a game. Is that based in reality? Does a pink shirt change in any way my core, my center, my bedrock? No. It might have implications in the game, but it's a game. So let's take you out of the game for a bit. Let's find your bedrock. Let's start playing in the real world, the solid earth. Let's find that in us. Okay? And one of the ways that I relieve stress, minimize stress in my life is to get out here, to get away from the game, to get away from all of the stress and complexity that human culture puts on top of me and says that I need to pay attention to. I need to value these things. No, I don't. Nor do they, because they don't really value them. They're just in the game and they think, well, I have to play the game. No, you don't. This is real. I have no stress out here. So if I tell myself I have to exercise, stress. If I tell myself I have to look good, I have to be muscular, I have to be ripped, stress. But if I tell myself, you know what? You're under a lot of stress right now. Let's go for a run through the woods. Let's get away from this. Let's get away from the computer. Let's get away from all of these expectations and desires and goals, and let's just go play in the woods. Let's move our body in the woods. Let's listen to a book. Let's expand our mind. Then it's the easiest thing in the world to do. But if I have to exercise, if I have to eat better, if I have to drink green smoothies every morning, stress, stress, stress. So find a way to your bedrock. Make your activities about reducing stress, reducing anxiety. Okay? Not trying to fit in to the game. I'm gonna go play some more. I love you guys. Bye. So then I asked myself a question. If I like running, especially through the woods, why have I been avoiding it all day? It's like having your favorite vegan chocolate cake in the fridge and then part of your brain telling you that you hate chocolate cake. It's like, wait a minute, I thought I liked that cake. No, you hate it. You hate that cake. It's terrible.